everybody, it's Audie, and yes, welcome to my Let's Play of Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, possibly one of the hardest games in the entire franchise, as mentioned by many people. I'm kind of scared of Let's Playing this game, because unlike the first game, I don't actually know this game that well. I've only beaten 3 times, as opposed to as many times as I've beaten Zelda 1. But this time we're going to let the intro play out a little bit. After Ganon was destroyed, Impa told Link a sleeping spell was cast on our Princess Zelda. She will wake only with the Triforce of number 3, whatever, NES, English, whatever. My controller isn't working. Hold on a minute. Okay, sorry for that. My controller wasn't plugged in properly. I don't know what happened to it, but anyways, here we are now. Now, this first game is not actually me. That's the previous owner of the cartridge, but whatever, we're going to register our name anyway. Okay, there we go. Our name is Link, because I refuse to use any other name. Now, you can see... you can see that we actually have lives in this game, and not only that, this game is actually much different from its predecessor. Instead of an actual overhead view initially, you're in a side-scroller, which actually gives more of an emphasis on action. Well, here's the overhead view. This game actually gives more an emphasis on action than its predecessor, and there's also other elements introduced here. Like, instead of upgrade items that you'll find throughout the world, instead you're going to need to grind up experience from enemies. Now, remember when I say this game is hard? Yeah, this game is really tough. You're going to want to go there to score your first P bag. Yeah, Link collects bags of piss in this game. Angry video game nerd reference, whatever. Anyways, you want to go there to get your first P bag, like I said. And the first place you want to visit is right here. You want to go to this town. Now, I love the music for the towns. They're really peaceful. And even though I say this game is really ball-bustingly difficult compared to Zelda 1, I actually come to prefer it over Zelda 1 because I just like the more emphasis on action that this game has. Anyways, you want to talk to this purple lady with the bowl on her head. Talk with my father before you go. Okay. So as soon as she opens the door, you want to press up, and then you're going to go in here. And this will score you your first spell of the game, which is the shield spell, which will be really helpful throughout the game. In Parappa Desert, use this magic to survive. You got the thing! Okay, you get the shield spell. Now, the shield spell is really useful, like I said. It's basically the replacement for the red ring and blue ring from Zelda 1. And that, basically, you cast it, right? And you keep the shield for one screen, and then as soon as you leave the screen, you go back to normal. I guess it's a suitable replacement, but it's not as useful as, the tunics from Zelda 1. Yeah, we're going to be referencing Zelda 1 a lot in this playthrough. But anyways, here we have an enemy encounter. Now, these things are side-scrolling montages. You want to either avoid the enemies or kill them, but I would advise strongly against avoiding because, like I said, there's RPG elements in which you want to grind for experience points in this game. And if you pass up some easy experience, the game just gets that much harder. Anyways, we're in a dark cave here. We're not going to be able to see in the dark caves until we get the candle item from the first dungeon. Now, there's going to be an invisible louder enemy right there. But, yeah, we got past that. Here we go. We're going to get the candle in the first palace. Now, what we want to do here, actually, is make our way downwards. You can see there's different, cookie-cutter design enemies. The small, little bot-looking things are easy enemy encounters, and, well, this is a mandatory trap encounter. Every time you go here, you'll have to go through this. But yeah, and the big, Ganon-looking enemies are harder encounters. Now, what's interesting about this is that Ganon is not actually in this game. Since this is one of the only direct sequels to the original game, all the other Zelda games are prequels, but this is one of the other two Zeldas that are actually sequels to Zelda 1 rather than prequels. Ganon is actually dead in this game. You don't actually see Ganon until you get a game over. The reason Ganon's minions are out to get you is because they want to use your blood to resurrect Link. I mean, they want to use Link's blood to resurrect Ganon. Bleh, I messed that up. But yeah, here you get your first heart container. Now, unlike Zelda 1, where there's like, I don't know, 10 heart containers, there's only going to be 4 in this game. So yeah, marginally less. As long as you're walking on this like little orange looking path, no enemies will appear. And interestingly enough, you can run to those yellow golden roads to avoid enemy encounters, which is really useful to know. But at the same time, it comes at the cost of grinding XP. Okay, here we go. These are... I don't remember what the enemies are called. Like I said, I'm not as familiar with this game as I am with Zelda 1. Yet I'm still Let's Playing it because one of my friends told me to. His name is Joe. I'll say it. Yeah, I'm going to call him Joe. It's not actually his name, but that's what he wants to be known as in the online world. So, whatever. Anyways, now that we've gone doing that, we want to go to the first palace after we're done dealing with these stupid encounters. Here we go. Now, welcome to Parappa Palace. And a very useful tip, strike these heads, because sometimes they'll have red magic canters, which is basically a full magic heal at this point in the game. But be careful, because sometimes they can reveal to be dangerous enemies called red iron knuckles, but we're not going to see those until later. Anyways, you want to go to the left first. Yeah, all the dungeons in this game are side-scrolling sequences. They're not top-down like they are in Zelda 1. These enemies are called bits. Now, these enemies are more annoying than dangerous. They do quite a lot of damage for being such a small thing. Here's Stophos. Now, you want to quite literally stab him in the dick. And he's dead that way. These guys are tin suits. They're very annoying because if they hit you, they take away experience points. And they don't give any experience points when you kill them. So basically just kill them to get through them and don't let them hit you no matter what, because you do not want them to take away your experience points. Okay. Like right there, see, they take away like 10 experience points, which is really odd. There's a lot of glitches happening on the screen. Cartridge issues. I will never get a top loader, I swear. Well, I will get a top loader soon enough, but whatever. Now, these bubbles are kind of weird. They take a lot of hits to kill, but they give you 50 experience. And for this point in the game, 50 experience is really useful to have. So you kind of want to... It's a matter of if you think the time is worth it to waste killing them. Anyways... There we go, we got magic will go up. Now those upgrades don't actually increase the amount of anything you have. Basically what the life upgrade does is that it increases your defense. The magic upgrade decreases the amount of magic that each spell uses, and the sword upgrade is the one that increases your damage. There's actually no sword upgrades in this game. You just level up the sword you already have, which is kind of weird. Now I'm just gonna speed up, kill this guy. Okay, yeah. Those enemies take really long to kill, but again, they give you 50 experience points. So that's... It's a matter if you think the time wasted is worth it for the experience, like I said. Anyways, you just want to heal up using that fairy if you needed to. You want to go upwards. I think I'm only going to do the first dungeon in this episode, because like I said, I'm not as familiar with this game as I am with Zelda 1. So yeah. I'm recording this at like 9 p.m., which is really late, so I really hope I don't wake anyone up. Whew, I thought I was going to get hit. Okay. Yeah, I hate these tin suits, man. And here we have a Hammer Brother from the Super Mario Brothers series. Yeah, he's taking a vacation in Zelda 2. But seriously, these enemies are called the Gumos. They're basically just Hammer Brothers. Okay, actually, yeah, this will sometimes drop a red potion and sometimes drop a iron knuckle that you'll have to kill. There's actually no enemies drops that heal you in this game. They only heal up magic. The only way to heal yourself is a spell that you're gonna learn later down the line. Which, yeah, as if this game wasn't hard enough already, there's really no reliable way to heal yourself until you get that spell. And even then, that spell is really expensive. Okay, so you want to go past through here. A lot of screen glitches. Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, I guess I'll take the time. Time speed. That stupid bot kept messing me up. Yeah. Anyways, what we want to go is down here, because this will lead you to the... Let's use the shield spell just to show it off. Yeah, you turn red. This will lead you to the dungeon item. Oh my god, come on! Okay, finally took care of all the enemies in that room. I think that's gonna do it for me grinding, because yeah, I've wasted a lot of time. I'm gonna just speed up and play music. Okay, that's a rare item drop though. Sometimes enemies will drop those P bags, which are bigger amounts of experience. If an enemy gives 50 experience or more, it'll actually give 200, which is really useful. Okay, just avoid those guys. Screw them. Okay, here's where we're gonna meet a new enemy after this. Oh. Are we going to have the first death in the series? Indeed we are! First death of the series. Cool. You have 3 chances before you get game over. And if you get game over, you're sent all the way back to the beginning of the game. No matter if you're in a dungeon or not. This is only true until you reach the final dungeon of the game, in which you spawn at the beginning of the Great Palace, whenever you reach that. But still, that's really unforgiving, even for this game. Anyways, dropped a red magic hunter. Anyway, okay. But at least whenever you die and don't get a game over, you keep all your experience points. But if you do get a game over, you lose every amount of experience points. But you at least keep your items and level ups. So again, a lot more forgiving than a lot other of NES games, but it's still really mean. And yeah, I really don't approve of spawning all the way back at North Hyrule Castle. Or temple or whatever, where Zelda sleeps is what I mean. Yeah, I just want to run across those bridge that looks like the end room bridge for Super Mario Brothers, and screw it. Okay, that'll do it for now. I'm gonna try not to grind anymore, but no promises, because again, this game is really hard, and I'd prefer grind better than not, so yeah. Because these skulls are an easy 50 experience. Whew, my arm's getting tired from mashing the button too much. Yeah. But yeah, I'd rather have the levels than not. Don't worry, but don't worry, because later in the game we're gonna get a few more abilities that will make doing that so much easier. Plus we'd have increased our sword strength, so that would have made it much easier to deal with. So we won't have to speed up and play music for every time I grind off of those things. There we go. Would you guys consider me good at games? I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm good sometimes at games, and other times I feel like I play like utter dog crap, so I don't know. Okay, anyways, here we go. And here's a Orange Iron Knuckle. These guys are nowhere near as bad as the Darkets. Oh my god, that was really lucky. Right before the boss as well. Holy crap. Okay, that was luck for the books. Anyways, you want to use your shield spell because there's no reason not to use it. Anyway, here's Horsehead. Now, what you want to do with Horsehead is just go up, jump up and stab it in the head of the horse. And then quickly retreat or else it's going to hit you with the mace. There we go. It's not that hard of a boss. There's actually no repeat bosses in this game, so that makes things a little bit more interesting, and he's dead. First boss of the game, really easy. Shouldn't take you more than a few tries. And what's actually really good is that every time you finish a palace and place a crystal here, you get an instant level up. And that is the first palace complete. We now have the candle, which will actually make us able to see in the caves. Like as you can see here, before we couldn't see absolutely anything in these caves, but now that we have the red candle, we can. Now, in this episode, I'm not going to tackle the second dungeon or anything. What I am going to do is just show off a few things that you might want to do before getting to the second palace. I keep calling them dungeons, but they're actually called palaces in this game. Anyways, you want to go up this way and not run into any enemy encounters. Oh my god. Okay, yeah. Okay, go into here. Now, these things are not actually called keys, they're called aches, which is really weird. Oh, it's gonna knock me into lava. Okay, those are actually called Octorocks, though, which makes it all the weirder as why some enemies are called differently and some aren't. Okay. Speaking of enemies that return from the first game, this is actually shoot, what's their name? Goria, that throw the boomerangs. Yeah, they look a lot different from their Zelda 1 counterparts. Anyways, you wanted to get that trophy because that will actually net you a spell in the next town we're going to visit. From here on out, we got the first shield spell for free, but from here on out, people are going to want you to bring them items for you to earn the spells instead of just getting them for free. So, yeah, you're going to want to do stuff before going into towns, or some stuff that you do in the towns themselves to get the spell. So, yeah. Anyways, like I said, you can walk on the yellow brick road to avoid any enemy encounters. If you encounter an enemy while on the road, it will just be this empty screen with nothing on it, which is good. Now, what you want to do is go... oh, shoot, yeah. Sometimes fairies can appear, which heal you fully, which is really, really useful. Now, what you want to do is go under here, and then go into this cave. And this is an optional cave. This will score you your first magic container, which will increase your magic by 1. Just like the heart containers, there's only 4 of these in the entire game that you're going to want to find. And I know the locations for all of them, so at least I can be certain on that. Stupid Octorocks. I cannot wait till we get the downward stab, because the downward stab is so useful to deal with a lot of enemies. So yeah, now that we got the magic container, we can head out of this place. Just bust out of this joint. Okay. Shoot, there are a lot. Yeah, depending on what area of the map you encounter enemies as well, the places will be different. Like sometimes there'll be a forest, and you'll encounter like spiders, spider-like enemies. If there's a desert, you might encounter specific enemies on deserts and stuff like that. Anyways, here is... I didn't actually show the other town, but here is Town of Ruto. Yeah, these are towns named after the sages in Ocarina of Time, which is interesting. There is Darunia, there is Ruto, and then there's Saria, which is... Ruto is the sage of water, obviously. Saria is the sage of the forest temple, and Darunia is the sage of the fire temple. Anyways, what we want to do is... actually, I think I missed her. Shoot. Is it you? Do not go... Nope. You're not the one I want. The one I want is you. Okay, yeah. You saved the trophy. Come see my uncle. So after you save that trophy from that cave we went in the middle of the desert, you get to get another spell, which is possibly... It can be useful in certain situations and against certain bosses, which is the jump spell. This will allow you to jump very high. Now this spell, despite it being more expensive than the shield spell, actually becomes the cheapest spell in the entire game once your magic is fully upgraded. But yeah, you can jump really high now. But yeah, I guess that does it for the first episode. Next time on Zelda 2, we are going to go to the second palace and maybe Death Mountain. Anyways, see you guys next time.
Oh yeah! Yahoo!